Hey everybody, what's up? Jester here. Welcome back to episode 3 of Cabin. Last time we got everything started, rocking and rolling. We have the foundation of our house and some of our workshop stuff going on upstairs. Pretty much picking up where we left off. So nothing has happened between episodes. Now that will probably change as the pack develops. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and throw a bit more wood. Just in case. As we look at our checklist, smeltery stuff. Gotta make brass, making our a handful of arboreal extractors, and rubber. Now the arboreal, that we can already do because we have andesite machines and it just takes buckets. Easy peasy. The problem is going to lie with some of the piping. So we don't currently have much by way of copper. Got a little bit in here. But on top of that, to make brass itself, right, we're going to use the smeltery bits, the little one. That thing over there. Now, all of this, where this is sit, just so you know, it's temporary. As you can see, this extends out. This whole thing is going to extend out over the top. At least that's kind of what I want to do with it until I realize, hey, this looks stupid, and I'll do something else. All right, let's go ahead and get some of this expanded out just a little bit. Let's go ahead left, right. It ain't the prettiest right now, but I more care about practicality. I do, however, need a mixer. Well, another mixer. So let's get a basin. I need more grout. Do I have the stuff to make... Oh, gravel. Finally got this dude brick taken care of. I have the one heater, right? But I think I'm going to set up two separate ones. I need glass, aren't I? Oh yeah, I need about 10 glass. I have 3. Did that count? No. Of course not. Why would it count? Anyhow. 2 melters. 2 more melters. 2 more heaters. I want to set these up separately. These are going to handle... These are going to handle all the things that it's going to take to make the brass. Almost said bronze. Almost sounded like I said bronze. The brass that we're going to need. Oh, it's going to be lifted up one. Ooh, nope, because then... Oh, crap. This is already not looking that great. Like, visually, it's not looking that great. So having a bottom one means I can extract. We can test the pull-out game. Right? We'll dump it into a basin. I'm fairly confident that even once this gets up, it's going to adjust a few times over. So that's going to have a pump there. I'm just going to put that there for now. Put you there, right? And then behind it, do I actually... Yeah, I don't even have this stuff. All right, just a few moments of woosah have passed. I got some of the stuff in my inventory kind of sorted out. A few pipes, because we're going to need a bunch of them. So no less than 3. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. That's going to work. This is not going to work. Because while this will work fine, we need the smarty pants, which we can't just do yet. But we'll set up for it anyway. So that'll have to go there, right? And this is kind of what we're working on for this episode, is to get the stuff that we're going to need to handle this. All right, we'll do that and that. And where this will be kind of beneficial, right? I'll put you there. Shaft. Cogwheel. Mixer. Do I want to make this truly this guy? I can't yet. We don't have belt. I was going to say I could run a belt. Just put something right here, run a belt. Can't even do that. So instead, I'm going to need to make 4 more cogwheels in an andesite casing, vertical gearbox, and then attach that just like that. Now, fortunately, we don't need heat. Let's see here. How many? Let's figure this out. Technically, I would want 1 more copper ingot that I don't have. Do I have... All right, let's see how this is going to work out. We've got some coal. Let's start... So I don't have hoppers, so this is definitely babysitting time. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Mixy. And I just realized it's not 1-to-1. No, it should be 1-to-1. Yeah, never mind. Wait a minute. Oh, I was reading it wrong. Grass is on top. Now that that's mixed, let's go ahead and grab... You should connect up. There we go. We don't have our smart chute at the moment. We really don't need it. And this should be a block. Very first block of brass. Make the brass pipes. Just called pipes. Okay. Smush it down into plates. 1, 2, and we have our first set of pipes. Take one of our andesite machines, utility, pipe module. There are 4. And from here, where is it? Not the priority. Oh, I thought the extraction module was in here. Oh, it's brass pipe module. Crap. Oh, we have brass pipes. We at least have that. Sadly, we can't do much about it, I guess. I don't know. I was convinced, that's probably my own fault, that they were going to be of benefit before. Yep, I screwed up. That's fine. Like, there's a part of me that thinks, like, there's something else that my brain is missing. But for now, we ain't going to sweat it. Instead, we're going to press on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 4 arboreal extractors. And we need to figure out a tree situation. Short mining trip later because, well, I needed iron. And I had to wait for the trees. And, you know, I'm kind of disappointed in the trees. But these will work. Let's get our iron taken care of because I need another press. So, what we're doing, drop both of you in there. We got a little bit of zinc, some lead, some copper, some gold. It's going to give us some good stuff. Could put a chest on top. Not exactly a terrible idea. And while all that iron does what it needs to do. Ooh, let me fix that real fast. Let's open you up. So we're going to need some of this stuff. We have the 2 arboreal on one side. We'll put 2 on this side. So this should... Maybe this will work. Just due to where the... Yeah. Where the pump is. There. Do I have my... I do. Let's get some water for the buckets. Oh, need a food. We got a problem. Should have left those there. All right. Oh, we're going to play this game. Okay. As long as I've played Minecraft, I still get mildly annoyed at some of the mechanics for water. Now, fortunately for this, we don't need a whole lot of rotation because you're going to get so little resin. All right, but it's not pulling out the back ones. That we got to resolve. Should be relatively easy fix. Oh, I'm short. And there it goes. It's pulling away. Let's go. Let's check on our iron. You know, I have to admit, that's a solid haul. Stack plus 5 ingots. And then when you throw in all the nickel, it's 29. Yep, I'll take it. Definitely need to fix all of this nonsense. And there's our mechanical press. Now let's take care of it more painfully slow. Now let's see if we can't get this kind of working a little bit better, right? All right, that's in line. That's disgusting, but it works. Chest, hopper, funnel. Now when we do our little AFK trips, this will just work. Or, ooh, wait a minute. Take a machine, turn it to a fan, clear out some of this ground, at least for now. Let's see here. These are some of the reasons why I absolutely love the Create mod. All right, let's copycat panel. We want that on top, want that on the bottom, right? If we take that, now it'll heat that all up. And when the next one drops, should be hopefully here in a second. There it goes. It's going through. It's being pulled back by the fan. Turns in to the cured rubber, which is what we want. Now we take that. Actually, let's go ahead and pick that up for a second. We want that to be insert, right? And then we have the rest that we have. Hope that's not too far away. Nope. It's not too far away. Pulls it right in. And we have essentially completely automated this process. And if we had the copper casings, we could clean it up just a little bit, but this is a temporary setup, obviously. Because, well, just look at how our island is. We're not even done with our starter house, let alone anything else. All right, royal extractor, rubber, all done. Smeltery, got some grout being smelted up into seared brick. Let's see here, chapter 1. Technically, we have all this. Like, if we're being truthful. Saw. What else is in here? Cogwheel and a log. Say, do I not have any of those on me? That'd be surprising. Grab the machine. This way we can just go ahead and get that complete. So trains. Trains is kind of next. This is what one of the first big changes that has come from the update to Create 6. Royal extractor. Looks like we're going to have to make 4 more because of course. Rubber. Curing. Sealed mechanism. Into 1A, which is going to be all of our fluid stuff. And on the other side is making obsidian. Now, why this is important with the trains becomes chicken and the egg problem remains. In order to automate precision mechanisms for brass, having brass to automate it. Right. After hitting the check mark, we'll go ahead and get chapter 2 unlocked. complete chapter 2. So what is chapter 2? Well, that's all brass. Starts with the basics, right? Sand, skystone. This is going to be my big challenge right now, is finding skystone. Find skystone blocks at meteor crash sites. If you haven't encountered any, try using the meteorite compass. Meteorite compass is a regular compass with a mechanism, which is fine, but we really haven't traveled from here, which is what's going to make that such a huge problem, we'll call it. All right, we've encountered our first issue, and that's proximity. So, simple fix-ish. Change direction. I need to figure out what mod does that. I absolutely love it. Ow. This should resolve the problem. Can I just toss them in? Yeah, I can. And one at a time, they'll dump out. Perfect. Now, having access to a smeltery brings alloying into the picture, which is going to be admittedly quite nice. Now, let's go ahead and we have this set up already. We're going to need just the one. I got to figure out where all the other stuff got put. Up. I'm not even going to worry about it. We take a seared brick. That in the basin. Okay, not smeltery controller. Smeltery controller is what? Well played. Well played. All right, then. So that means I need 16. How many we got? 16. I need to wait for one more. Go ahead and make fuel tank. Good solid handful of bricks. All right, one drain. Go with 2 drains. All right. Now if we rotate. Seared chute. We'll put one in. Because why not? A couple of faucets. More bricks. And we'll sit on some of them. In case there are other things. Actually, yep, there's one other thing we need. And the number of times that I've played through stuff like this, I don't use the table as much as I use the basin. All right, let's throw fuel tank in the back. We have a spot right there for the controller. 1, 2. You know what? Let's put you over here because reasons. Oh, I think I just heard a clang. Take you, put there. The chute in. Since that's input and output. Oh. A little bit more than what I expected. That's fine. Alright, 8 of these. 16 cured rubber gives us 1 each. Or sorry, 8 each sealed mechanisms. Smeltery controller. Let's see, where are we? Yep, there's that smart fluid pipe we need for upstairs. Portable fluid interface and the hose pulley we'll need in the nether. It also gives us access to the magmatic dynamo. Once we start getting into some machines, the hardened integral components. Aqueous accumulator to generate water. There's a spout. Copper back tank. The attachment base. I don't know what you are. Huh. You're new. Anyhow. And then the item drain, which we will be using, especially once we get into, let's say, chapter 3. Yeah, that back tank, that can come in handy, especially in water stuff, because we happen to be surrounded by water. On top of that, especially if we find our first meteor is somewhere out in here, that's going to be problematic. I don't know why I have villager marked, but it's fine. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah, smeltery. Let's drop the basin. Did I bring? I didn't bring the basin. You know what? I'm going to make a second basin just in case we need that. There's our basin. To in place. Smeltery is active, which means we can start making bronze. Right? We hop into here. Down this way. Alloying. Glass and 3 copper will give us bronze. And what's nice about bronze is this right here. The basic to bronze tier upgrade for sophisticated storage. That's the first step to making our chests and barrels just a little bit larger. In the early going, I don't know if there's much else that we're currently using it for. Ooh. Wait a minute. 2 blocks of coal. A pickaxe. Oh, I need to know. I gotta find out. Let's find some lava. 1 seared fuel tank of lava. Alright. Let's get that cooking up. And I'm gonna make another pickaxe. Tool handle. Finding pickaxe head. It said 2 coal blocks. It's gonna make me get the anvil, isn't it? Ooh, wait a minute. This feels cheaty, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's not andesite alloy. There's no way. Okay. That's 6 ingots of bronze. Alright, there's our bronze. So if we take that, right? We needed 2. What else do we need in here? Blast furnace. So 5 furnace, smooth stone. Alright, need a blast furnace. We needed crushed zinc. Auto smelt. Okay. Can I throw a diamond on you now? I can. Oh, man. You know? While on one hand they thought of it, it's maxing at 6. I can't even be mad. Whereas if you take this, right? And we're not there yet. And even then, you're only getting a 50% chance. So say yeah. In here, you're getting 3 in the early games because we don't have that. When you wash it, you're gonna get maybe up to 6. But you're gonna get some additional stuff. Okay. But with an auto smelt, 18. Wait, hold up. Maybe not. 33. We got 9 out of that one. 9 out of that one. 6. 6. 9. So yeah, having an auto smelt pickaxe, that's a game changer. Especially in the early goings. That's gonna get you closer to that basic Minecraft 1-to-1. Now, do I see a lot of people willing to drop? Yeah, I don't see that happening. However, as you can see, it's an option. And it's kind of a cool one. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's put some of this away. And I'm gonna use that remaining 8 stick. Give me a couple more sticks. Give me that. And let's go torch. 2 ingots. 6 nuggets. And there we go. Boom. Gives us an additional row. And the next one is Invar. Now, Invar, once we get to Invar, I know that's going to be an absolute pain. But, flip side of it is, we now have the, like see here, we have the benefit of these 2 spots. So if we wanted to, andesite alloy and some iron, right? Also, transfer matching opens up just a little bit differently now, which I kind of like, not going to lie. So if we go 4, 5, so around that, stack upgrade by 2. The next level is brass, which we're kind of there, as we saw at the very beginning of this episode. Now, it'll stack up to 128. And if you got a bunch of materials, actually no, this one's been nerfed to where it'll only hold 1 until I believe tier 3. So we got a hot minute, but even still, go around doing this with a lot of your stuff, especially if you got chests that start to look like that. Oh yeah. So that's kind of exciting. I'm legit pleased at that. All right, smeltery, check. So what's next? Copper machine, iron generator. Need to find meteor, copper back tank, and helmet. The diving helmet, right? It's copper and some glass. That plus the back tank means if we get out in the water, we can spend a healthy bit of time underwater looking for what we need to look for. Not that there's much out here, and we're gonna avoid the crap out of that. So that's what we got to look forward to next episode. Between now and then, I'm gonna work a little bit more on the building. See what I can't do. Expand this front area, I think. Like bring that portion out that we've already started down in front over there. Yeah, I think that's what we'll work on. We got some stuff accomplished today. That's cool. That's excited. And that auto smelt pickaxe, I was not expecting that. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And we have 2 pickaxes. We'll have to make sure we mark it properly. Anyhow, I'm going to get going. Got some things to accomplish. Take care. I'll see you next time.